what's up? Today is the start of a 2-day curfew over the weekend. So we're making the most of our last few hours being allowed outside by going to Mount Lavinia Beach. So we were originally supposed to go home via China, as I told you in my first video, and that was supposed to be in early April. Now this COVID-19 virus came, so we asked United for a refund and they gave it to us as it was out of our control. So then we made plans to go to Delhi, and we wanted to see the Taj Mahal, but then Delhi started saying, as this virus started coming into Southeast Asia, that they would no longer be issuing visas which you need to get into India. Now, Sri Lanka has around 70 cases at the moment, and there's curfew, which means that you're not allowed to go out of your house for this entire period of the weekend. So people were stocking up at the grocery stores. So we're now actually booked for Tuesday, March 24th to go home, and that's on Emirates via Dubai. Thing is, Colombo Airport has been closed for all arrivals, but they're allowing departures, and I think that's partly because they want to get all these foreigners, especially out of Sri Lanka, so they can get home. And yeah, so the airlines though are having to make choices, which is, do we just cancel our flights from Colombo, or do we fly in on empty planes and fly out? So Sri Lankan has already cut lots of flights, and we're hoping that Emirates doesn't. It looks like the flight is going ahead, because Emirates have cut a lot of flights, and even they announced that their New York flight would be cancelled, and that's on the 24th of March. So I think if they were to cancel the flight, they would announce it, because now we're on Sunday, our flight's on Tuesday. At this moment in time, it looks like Europe is highly unlikely, because of the big spread of this virus. And we did have tickets to go to the European Championships for football this summer, but that got postponed until next summer, so we might be going in next summer. So yeah. Okay, so yesterday Emirates announced that they're going to cancel all their flights by the 25th of March. So okay, we might be on the last flight out. Then we realized our flight back home was at 3 a.m. on the 25th, as we leave at 10 p.m. from Colombo and get to Dubai at 1 a.m. So that's on the 25th. Will they cancel it? Emirates then released a statement saying, because the government and passengers, they've all said that we're going to keep on flying to select destinations. So they're going to fly to Canada, that's one of them, I think maybe Japan or something, because of the demand. So we thought, okay, our flight's going to be okay. Then when you wake up, on the app, it says that our flight to Toronto is suspended. Of all the things that we thought would be suspended is the Colombo-Dubai flight, but instead it was Dubai-Toronto flight. So then we're trying to contact lots of people. Emirates Colombo office isn't answering because of curfew. Canadian High Commission doesn't know because, you know, they've said they're going to keep on flying. So, you know, we don't know. Then it turns out, it looks like our Colombo-Dubai flight is cancelled, and Dubai is going to stop all incoming traffic from the 25th, even transit. And it's a real mess, you know, because we don't know what's going on because of this whole curfew. No one's open, you know, we're trying to call people, Dubai office isn't open, so it's a real mess, you know. We might have to spend an extra couple of weeks maybe until flights keep on going. We don't know, so hopefully we can get out soon, but we'll see what happens. So now what's happened is that the UAE government have cancelled the flights for 2 weeks. So Emirates was saying that they're going to continue, but the government have said no, we're not allowing anyone in, and we're not allowing Emirates to run flights. So we're going to be stuck here for at least 2 weeks, maybe even more. So today we are going to be flying home. So of course, let me just fill you in. Our flight got cancelled with Emirates. Then we booked to Qatar, and this is our itinerary. We go Colombo, Doha, Doha to Montreal, Montreal to Toronto. So right now we're at Colombo Airport. Time's around 10:30. So we're just waiting. Now there's still been curfew in Sri Lanka, so we've just been passing time by playing board games. Of course, you can get to the airport. But here we go, traveling during coronavirus. I've got my mask, and this is something that most of us have never seen before, something that has grounded all the planes. Driving into the airport, we saw all the Sri Lankan Airlines planes. They stopped all their flights, and it is really something. And the thing is, Qatar is the only airline flying. Although it was highly unlikely that our flight would be cancelled at this point, it was still really scary seeing that our flight was the only one running. It was also really weird walking through an airport with no shops open. So, the airport is completely empty because there's only people on our flight because that's the only running flight. And that's not a lot, that's only 100 people, and you never see anything like this. Now I think our Doha flight, Doha to Montreal will be a bit more full because Qatar is the only airline flying, so anyone who's from Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, all those countries, they're gonna have to go through Qatar. As the flight was so empty, we moved to the bulkhead seat so we could stretch out a bit. So, like I told you before when we were in Colombo, I'm expecting this flight to be a lot fuller because Qatar is the only airline flying from pretty much Asia, especially in Southeast Asia. So any Canadians there who are getting home will have to go via Doha. So I'm excited to see how this flight is. I think the plane is an A350, and I've always wanted to go on this aircraft, and it's going to be so exciting. I'm just going to give you a quick seat tour of the state-of-the-art A350. Now this is one of the most energy efficient planes in the world, and it's such a cool aircraft. So responsive, the screen. And it has a camera like on Emirates 777, so you can see the cameras, tray table, and some headphones as well as a pillow and a blanket, safety card. Airlines are starting to get rid of their magazines due to the seat pockets and during this COVID-19. So here we are in Montreal, and after a really good flight from Doha, and I really think that that flight has been one of my highlights of the trip so far. The crew was nice, the seats were really comfortable, and the food was great. So anyway, it's around 4 p.m. now, and our flight to Toronto's at 6, boarding's in an hour. Upon coming into Canada, we had, as well as the regular immigration form, you have to fill out a card that has to be on any coronavirus symptoms, and if you obliged to self-quarantine.
Toronto Airport was really empty, with only a few flights departing.
We're back home in Toronto, and it looks like this might be the end of our trip. Of course, if things change, we might do the east coast of Canada, but the current situation looks most unlikely. So it's been such a great adventure for us. I hope you enjoyed it too. I might be posting a bit in the next couple of weeks, just about different stuff, different countries that we went to. So as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. And remember, always travel with a smile.